Yes, right. So I was just talking about 5 conditions I've talked about. So these conditions we have to judge that whether these conditions are happening during this period or not. So this is also explained Rahu with Mars, and we have to just judge. Sorry, whether Rahu is with Mars or Saturn is with Ketu or not, or they are affecting each other. Aspecting Rahu is being aspected by Mars, or Saturn is aspecting Ketu. That can also give ominous things. Okay, ominous events can happen. Very much, what you call ashub things can happen. Very much inauspicious thing can happen. Not auspicious thing. These combinations of these planets, these 4 planets, very much. I mean, Rahu, Ketu, axis, and Saturn and Mars. These are very much what you call just opposite to the human beings, the creatures, the living things. They are being killed. Either they are murdered. They are innocently killed. What you call. So this is very much ominous position of these 2 planets, Rahu, Ketu. In the Rahu, Ketu axis, Saturn and Mars. Okay, this is also being discussed about. Then 7th thing, we take Saturn and Jupiter, conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter, their aspects also. But some, there are certain positions of Saturn and Jupiter, as according to one of the astrologers, famous astrologers. He has written a very, very good book which is famous for the astrologers. And he says that conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn and Jupiter, their conjunction, their combination, their conjunction is when they come together, Saturn and Jupiter, in particular houses. What are the particular houses? They say that it is very good when Saturn and Jupiter come together in certain houses. 3rd house, 6th house, 10th house, and 11th house in the horoscope. But the 3rd house, for example, this is 3rd house, 6th house, 10th house, 11th house, they are known as Upachaya houses. Upachaya houses. So according to Pratyushas, the son of Varamir, one of the great astrologers. His son was also great astrologer, Pratyushas. Okay, Pratyushas has said that position of these 2 planets together, when Saturn and Jupiter are together in Upachaya houses. What are the Upachaya houses? 3, 6, 10, and 11. These 4 houses, if conjunction of these 2 planets happen, is very much auspicious, very much positive for the native horoscope. They say that whenever Mand word is used for Saturn, and Guru word is used for Jupiter. Okay, Brahaspati or Jupiter is known as Guru, and Saturn is known as Mand also. Mand, Sanischara. Sanai means slowly. Sanai, slowly, and Char means moving. The planet which is moving slowly means Saturn is known as Mand. It moves very slowly. It takes 30 years to cross, or 2.5 years to cross one sign. More time it takes to cross one sign of this zodiac. Aries is being crossed, taken 2.5 years. 2.5 years. 2.5 years or 2.5 verse, right? 2.5 verse लिया जाता है, ढैया. This is not ढैया. So every sign is being crossed by Jupiter in 2.5 years. More time it takes to cross one sign. So zodiac is being crossed by Saturn, taking 30 years, more than any other planet. So Saturn is known as Mand. Mand means is moving slowly. Sanaishchara. Sanai means slowly. Okay, or very much slow thing, right? Char. Sanaishchara. Char means moving. So the planet which is moving slowly. So Sanischara name is given to Saturn, Sanischara in Vedic astrology due to its motion, because Saturn moves very slowly. Okay, now this fact is now known to the scientists. According to scientists of today, they say that Saturn takes more time, but this is being explained by the Vedic astrologers since time immemorial. Okay, how this can be explained by Vedic astrologers if it is not science? Is not being studied by the Vedic astrologers, but some people, the foolish people, cannot say foolish. They are not unknown. They are unknown people. I mean, they are not knowing all these things. They are not studied Vedic astrology. They are not influenced. They have not come to the touch of the astrology, Vedic astrology. Because of that, they are criticizing Vedic astrology. They comment upon the astrologers. Okay, and they find some mistakes in the astrologers. The reason is because they are not known to this. They have some inner hatred towards the Indian scriptures, Indian astrology. Right? Vedic astrology is explaining the events of the life, the people, almost all the people. I have a lot of history of the people, those people, kings, number of invaders, they were influenced by Vedic astrologers. Okay, so I'm not going to share with you. Reason is that he's having number of stories full of life, is full of all those people are being influenced. Reason is they were explained about their future event, their past life, their future event, their past, present life, everything was explained by Vedic astrologers. The reason is this, because of that they were appreciating Vedic astrologers, right? Since the past, number of people are there. In the British period also, British are influenced by Vedic astrology. They are also studying. Number of Americans, number of Russians in Russia, number of people are studying now Vedic astrology. They study, they read everything, they learn everything in Indian scriptures. They say Makar Rasi, Kumbh Rasi, all they are learning them in these Rasis in the Indian names, right? Vedic astrology names like Makar Rasi, Kark Rasi, Kumbh Rasi, Singh Rasi, everything in Hindi they are studying. I have seen those Russian people. Okay, I have come to know about their stories regarding Indian astrologers. Their life was also predicted by Indian astrologers. Okay, and they are influenced. They are studying everything. They are now so much attracted towards Indian astrology, Vedic astrology. So I cannot say that the people who are from India they are finding so many mistakes in the people. The reason is because they are not having what you call interest in the Vedic astrology. Their knowledge is nil. They have not studied this. They have not come to know about all these things. Their life is not being predicted by the astrologer. The reason is they are not having their proper data of time of birth, date of birth, place of birth. The reason is because of that they are not being explained by the astrologers. Now come to the point. So the things, 6th point, which we have to just see whether this is happening. So because of that the condition is happening here. The killing of innocent people is being indicated. So 2 things I have explained. That Rahu Ketu axis, Ketu is debilitated, Rahu is debilitated. They are in the affliction position. They are debilitated, means they are in the slowest degree, or what do you call, the zenith, not zenith, but lowest degree of their position. So Ketu is debilitated, Nichka Ketu. Rahu is also Nichka, means debilitated. Debilitated planets are there. Rahu Ketu axis is debilitated signs. Okay, so because Ketu, Rahu is exalted here, now Ketu is debilitated in Taurus sign, and in that sign Scorpio Vrishchik Rasi, Rahu is debilitated. Rahu Ketu axis is very much afflicted here, and Saturn is being aspected by Mars. Mars is aspected by Saturn. This position happened on that particular day, 6th of December 1992. Okay, December 6th. This is December 6th, 1992. I have taken time 5:15 hours or 17:15 hours or 5:15 p.m. in the evening time. Ayodhya place of Ayodhya. Okay, this event happened on that particular day, and the position of the planet is also showing everything being explained. If this position happened again in the life, then this kind of situation can also happen. Okay, whenever this happens. So 6th position I have taken Saturn and Jupiter position. Now as I have told you, Saturn and Jupiter, when they are together, conjuncted in third house, 6th house, 10th house and 11th house, very much positive. Okay, they say that अगर अनुपचय houses, बाकी जो 8 houses बचते हैं, if they are positioned in those 8 houses, then there is problem to the people, the native. The native is being afflicted by or giving very much, what do you call, they say the birth, the slope given by Pratyushas is that Dev Guru Mand Yoge. Dev Guru means Jupiter and Mand means Saturn. Dev Guru Mand Yoge Anupachaya Bhavaneshu. Anupachaya Bhavan means the houses which are Anupachaya. Anupachaya means other than 3, 6, 10 and 11. Okay, except these 4 houses, 3, 6, 3rd house, 6th house, 10th house and 11th house. Other than these 4 other houses, those 8 houses remaining are known as Anupachaya house, Anupachaya bhavan, Anupachaya bhavaneshu manadhanhino. The person who is having Jupiter and planet or Jupiter and Saturn in these Anupachaya houses, if a person is having, that person will have lack of man, means his honor will not be there. The person will not be honored, will not be an honorable person. Okay, dhan means he will be lack of riches, money will not be with him. The person will be lack of money and honor. Man dhan hino, dhan hino. The person is without money and without honor if the position of Saturn and Jupiter is in these 8 houses. Okay, now there are different other conditions also that I'll take whenever the position comes, because if these positions are being the houses of those planets, because suppose Saturn is in his own house, Capricorn and Aquarius, right? If Saturn is posited in Makar Rasi and Kumbh Rasi, which are his own houses. Saturn is owned by, Saturn owning these 2 houses. Kumbh Rasi means 11th sign and 10th sign, Makar Rasi. This 10th sign and 11th sign, these 2 are loaded by Saturn. So if Saturn is here, suppose, and Jupiter is also here, then there are different other conditions, because this is sign of the Saturn. And Saturn is then being influenced by Jupiter. Jupiter is with Saturn. Saturn and Jupiter both are neutral. They are not, neutral means they are not enemy, they are not friend, but neutral, in between. So not so much affliction is there, because it is sign of the Jupiter. Jupiter is being influenced by Saturn is being influenced by Jupiter. That is very positive one, not negative one. So there are different other conditions which are being taken into consideration. So consideration just by watching the 2 planets situated in these houses, that is being given by Prothushas. But that is also true, because if the signs are not owned by Jupiter or Saturn, then the position happens. The person will have no money, will not have any honor, he will be insulted by people if the 2 planets Jupiter and Saturn are in these 8 houses, and if they are happening in Upachaya houses. But Upachaya houses में होते हैं तो क्या होता है? Then person will be revered, will be honored by king. क्या कहते हैं? देव गुरु मंद योगी अनुपचय भवनेषु मानधनहीनो. Upachaya bhavaneshu prakhyatu rajpujta bhavati. The person will be prakhyat means famous, very much honored person, very much famous person he will be. Okay, prakhyatu rajpujta bhavati. Rajpujta means the kings will worship that person. The kings will give honor to that person. Okay, he will be honored by kings, will have, or prakhyat, he will be famous all over the world. This is how the Jupiter and Saturn's position in Anupachaya Bhavan or Upachaya Bhavan, what is the position? So that